Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. For today's Sunday recap episode, we have a special guest joining us, which I feel like we haven't had a special guest join us for a Sunday recap in a while. So excited to have Tiger. Tiger is fine joining us. She is the co-founder of Ladies of Bored Ape Yacht Club and officially Apecoin DAO governance steward. So Tiger, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome. We got to kind of like mingle a little bit in Miami. So this is like really fun that we get to do this together today.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, when Suki was like spray painting for the other block party. And then, I think that was the first time I met you, like outside of that. And then obviously at the party and all that. But yeah, I'm glad to have you on. Congrats on getting the Apecoin steward role.
Thank you. That was pretty intense. Like campaigning in front of in front of Twitter is something new that I've never done before. So yeah, I'm kind of glad it's over, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet. And yeah, I mean, we were talking about it, Michael, right? We were talking about it leading up to it. It was getting intense. I mean, obviously, I feel like a lot of the focus was on like the Apecoin Council, but there were other positions as well. Obviously, the steward. I am very curious on what does it mean to be the Apecoin DAO governance steward? Like, what does that entail? And how has it been? Maybe it's been a couple weeks since you've been in?
Yeah,
like what
I think it's like officially 1 month, like this week.
Officially 1 month. Let's go.
Yeah. So our role is kind of building out the framework and structure for the DAO. Currently, it's kind of a mess, right? It's still in its early stages, so we're kind of brought on to help build a sustainable framework in order for the DAO to continue to work even after our position, our seat, our term is over.
How long is your term for?
1 year.
Okay. And then you have to be like voted back in or what?
Yeah. We would have to run again after a year. And it doesn't count like a 2-year thing. So yeah, this is all like details that a lot of people don't really even ask. So yeah, I appreciate you asking.
This is like the government where it's like the president can run for 2 terms. Like, this is so funny. Wow, that's cool. So was there another steward or just one?
So there's 3 of us total.
Okay.
2 people were seated recently. We were all City and myself were just elected. And then the third person, his name is Amplify, who has been part of the DAO for a long time. And his term is over at the end of the year.
Okay. So is there only going to be 3 total seats, or are you guys like opening up more?
There's 3 total seats for governance steward. And then right now there's I kind of like departments that got approved. So each department, quote unquote, will have 3 stewards as well. The next one coming up for elections will be the Metaverse Working Group. And then it's going to be the Marketing and Comms Working Group. Hint, hint. Maybe somebody might be interested in
Michael,
being involved
I feel
in
like
that.
you should freaking apply to this Apecoin, like...
And I got to get on Twitter and like sell myself to everybody.
Well,
that's interesting. No, well, what I wanted to I'm going to bring up after we get through this, because this is actually super interesting, Tiger, but I want to talk about the Made by Ape and what we can do with the podcast, because we are an ape podcast.
Ooh, so Made by Ape is more like a licensing thing. So are you guys doing like using your IP to create things?
Not yet. So exactly the way it is, I had a Bored Ape for a long, long time. I sold my Bored Ape, still have a Mutant Ape. But the Bored Ape was our podcast logo. We're going to transition it to the Mutant. That's the only thing we're really doing with it at this point. So, yeah.
So it's kind of, Made by Apes is like a registry platform brought to you by Sassy Labs. Richie Rich was behind it. And like this they're calling it, I think they already decided to call it kind of like the bodega. And then it's this registry where you, as a mutant or ape holder, you put in an application to say, I'm a holder, I am going to be creating X, Y, and Z product. And on these products, you get like a licensing logo that you get to put on there. And then that license will have your number on it as well, not related to your ape number, but a license number. And your partnerships or collaboration partners, whatever, they get to go to this bodega made by Ape Registry and double check to see if you are like a validated ape.
I
ape
got
holder.
you.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's like, I think it gives a little bit more power to the creators, and it gives us an ability to kind of be recognized as like part of that Bored Ape umbrella, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm. That is cool. So real quick, let's go back to what is this new job that I'm applying for? What's happening?
Yeah, we got to get Michael applying to the Apecoin.
Marketing and comms?
Marketing and comms, yeah. So one of the things that Apecoin DAO has been working on is trying to bring a little bit more awareness to the DAO itself, but it just doesn't happen through word of mouth, right? So the goal here is to try to create programs and create teams to help promote Apecoin DAO in the proper ways and like kind of have a PR system in place so that more people can get involved and more people just know about it in general.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Thread Guy applying to that.
I think he'd be amazing. I mean, maybe even
really
not
good,
as a steward. Like, so the steward position is actually more like an executive role where like you have to have a lot of strategy and you have to have a lot of experience behind it and being able to manage teams. But I feel like Thread Guy could totally come in as maybe like a partner or collaboration situation where we will set up some kind of budget to bring on creators such as himself on, which I think would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, none of this is set in stone yet. It's still in the works. There are a few more steps involved before we get there, but I'm really excited. I think by the end of 2024, you're going to see a lot of improvements in the DAO when it comes to communication, when it comes to just like growth in general.
End of 2024? That's like eons away. It's like a year and a half.
What do you mean? We're like, oh my god,
2024.
I guess what I'm talking about is more like, you know, like Apecoin wants to be like the coin, like the currency of the metaverse, and that just doesn't happen overnight. We need the right people.
Wait, I didn't know that. Apecoin's trying to be like the currency of the metaverse. Yeah. Okay, wow. Okay, we're learning new things today.
I mean, wouldn't that be kind of cool if like Apecoin was accepted like in Decentraland or like any of those like the metaverse situations, and there would be some kind of system where that currency is utilized and you can even earn it. Like that's like the bigger goal here, I think. But we need the bright minds, the people who actually think about these stuff to develop it.
Right. That's why we got you on the steward, the governance steward over here. Okay, well that's awesome. Man, okay, yeah, well, we'll find a job for Michael. We'll force him to apply to it when the next rounds come out, hopefully, maybe. And also, I was curious about the Ladies of Bored Ape Yacht Club as well, because you're co-founder of that. And could you just kind of briefly share, like, what is the Ladies of Bored Ape Yacht Club?
I mean, we really started kind of very organically. You know, like Bored Ape Yacht Club, BOIC kind of has like a boys club reputation to it. And we started as a group, try to change that a little. Like it was last year before NFT New York. And a bunch of us women got into group chats and like, we were just all like shooting the shit and like having good laughs. And we're like, oh, don't you just hate it when you go to an event and you're a holder, but everybody looks at you like you're somebody's date? And so that's kind of how our like tagline, not a +1, came together.
Oh my God. Yeah, Swiki always says this. She's like, not a +1 bish. Like that's like her, it's like in her bio and everything. Like she always says that. Okay, now I know where it came from.
Yes, and then we have Peter like rocking a her +1 shirt. wait, we do it for the guys too, right? Yeah. So that's kind of how it started. It happened very organically. Where like the women, when these NFT events are happening, sometimes like you're just going to a city where you don't know anybody and you're about to go meet your internet friends. That's intimidating, especially being a girl. So like we just kind of like had these like safe spaces where we're like, hey, you know, I'm going to be wearing something, come find me, make sure you say hi, or like where are you guys staying? Let's all stay kind of close together so we can Uber together, like have a buddy system. So it kind of started like that. And then fast forward a year now, like we hosted multiple IRL events. We're just trying to do it all. We put out some merch. We got another merch collection coming out later this year. Like we're really just trying to grow that brand and trying to grow that kind of like counterculture for the main BYC culture, which is predominantly male, which I think is really fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, there is something special about like being with, being in a group. Like you always feel more confident, like then when if you're alone, it's like, yeah, it can get intimidating. But, when you have other people and other ladies, backing you, it always makes it a little easier to be a little more social and more friendly.
And look cute together, right? Like we can't just go wearing hoodies all the time.
Facts. Gotta dress up. It is nice to dress up. That's what I love about events and parties. It's like, oh, you can actually look good, not just rock a regular. Although Michael, like, no matter if it's a freaking like super bougie party, he's always just wearing the NFT Catcher Pod t-shirt. Someone's got to represent.
I need new ones.
Yeah, true, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I definitely rock that shirt. I love rocking that shirt because that's the only way people know to come up to me and say something. I've always said that before. Like, people, are you Michael?
Yeah.
But if I don't have that shirt, nobody will know. So,
well, it's okay. We'll put your face out there more. We'll get you out there.
Well, once I'm working for the Ape Town,
exactly.
the Ape DAO, and I'm a steward and all,
there
that's
go.
coming quick.
Yeah. At that point, you're going to be like, let me go work in the shadows. Like,
yeah, exactly. Right. I'm not going to want to wear the shirt. I'm going to be like,
and speaking of merch, actually, we have, okay, so you guys know that about a month ago, we had Luca Netz on the show, who is the CEO of Pudgy Penguins. And seriously, that was like an amazing interview that like got me so fired up about Pudgy Penguins. You guys should definitely listen to it if you haven't already. But recently, today I got a package, but and a couple days ago, basically we've got packages in the mail, all three of us. Some Pudgy Penguins swag, if you will. I'm just showing you now. By the way, if you're listening to this, probably I'll have a video posted on Twitter showing everything so you can go see what we all got. I think I might insert an image. Maybe you guys can send me images of what you got. I'll insert it in my video. Okay, anyway. So, Luca Netz freaking sent us stuff, which was so nice.
Oh my gosh, how do I get Luca to send me a Pudgy Penguin plushie?
Invite him on your podcast. Like, have a podcast, then invite him on your podcast. And then be like, oh my God, we're big fans. And then he'll be like, what's your address? And then, honestly, I didn't think you would, like, Michael, you even said, you're like, he's not going to send us stuff. Like, because he asked for our address.
He just wanted our addresses in case we said something he didn't like. We didn't like.
I was like, I didn't even remember him jotting it down. Like, I'm like, I feel like he's not going to. But yeah, he ended up actually following through and sending us stuff. Me and Andy got 2 packages we got plushies, like a hat, Pudgy Penguins hat, all that, figurines. Michael got 1 package. I guess the second one got lost in the mail, or maybe it's still coming. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, I think it'll come.
Today's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday, good. Exactly. But yeah, so shout out to Pudgy Penguins and Luca Netz for that.
When the first package came, Andy got his first, and he's like, oh, I got 2 hats, really cool. And then mine came, and I got a hat and a figurine. So I was like, oh, we sent in different stuff. I was like, Jenny's going to have, like, the whole collection of this, probably autographed, like,
See, I knew. Okay, so when the first package came in, I got a hat and 2 little plushies.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, okay, we all kind of got relatively the same. Then the second package came in, and it's like this giant huggable plushie and a figurine and another mini plushie. And I was like, oh no, like, I was like, Michael's going to be so mad. Like, that was like my first thought. I was like, Michael's going to be so mad. He's going to be like, of course you got a second package. But then I talked to Andy. He's like, oh yeah, I got a second package too. I was like, oh, phew, like, thank God.
I'm the one with 17 kids running around the house.
Yeah, I know. That's true. Yeah, true. They're going to take all your stuff.
I know. Oh, they do. They take everything. all the art from VCon, like, immediately got dispersed throughout the kids' rooms.
Oh no. They must love that.
They do.
Yeah.
Tiger, what were you gonna say earlier?
Yeah, I cut you off.
I was just, I was just about to say, like, back when Luca took over Pudgy Penguins, like, I heard him on a Spaces, and he was like, Pudgy, their branding and all their events will be temperature controlled, and there will always be food because it's part of being Pudgy and being Penguin. And I was like, that's freaking genius. Like, no wonder they're doing so well. Like, food and air conditioning, where can you go wrong, right?
Wait, that's crazy because they just put out a YouTube video on Building in Public, their YouTube channel. And I know this week they're at Comic-Con, but the video was from like this other event that they went to. They've just been going to all these events. And they had cookies out. And I was like, why do they have, like, I was confused about the cookies. But now that you said that, like, I just connected the dots. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. So yeah, but yeah, they're killing it. I mean, they're going hard. Like, they're going to all the events and they're doing everything they can to really elevate Pudgies. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm just so excited for them and their journey.
Even their like Instagram presence is awesome. They have like cute little animations, so cute. Yeah, obsessed.
I saw somebody posted that they got the same amount of GIF views as Pokemon over a certain amount of time. Yeah. Like I guess they have some kind of play where like their GIFs show up real high if you put penguin or cute and things like that. Their GIFs pop up for people.
Smart. That's so smart. Yeah, my sister, she's on Instagram. She hasn't really been on like Twitter much. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, Pudgy Penguins. Like, I've been seeing them all over Instagram. And she's like following like fitness people and stuff. And she somehow like sees them. So yeah, they're really they're doing viral marketing really well.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Yes. Okay, moving on to my favorite project, Doodles.
Oh, sound bad. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Shots fired.
That's so funny. Down bad. That's hilarious. Yes, the floor price. We were not even going to talk about the floor price. But that is true. The floor price is down bad. I think 1.5 ETH is the floor. I seriously thought about buying a second one, but then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna I don't need to be buying a second one, you know. But so I think not last Sunday, but maybe the Sunday before, because last Sunday was Michael's birthday, which we still have to talk about. Happy belated.
Yes.
But the Sunday before last Sunday, we mentioned that Doodles announced that they were doing a, like, I don't know how to call it, like an activation with Camp, who does like all the Disney activations and stuff. Yeah. And they're doing it in Chicago and starting August 19th. That's happening. But I don't think we mentioned that because I think this got announced after the fact, but on August 17th, 2 days prior, they're doing a grand opening preview for OG holders. And, you know, I saw that, or maybe we did mention this, and I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. But, you know, I don't know if I'm just going to go to Chicago for it. But they came out with basically this process called the incubator, where now they're coming out with like people can submit proposals, and they're also kind of putting out proposals that people can apply for. And they came out with a proposal to send OG holder content creators to Chicago to kind of like create content and, you know, document the experience of that grand opening. So your girl applied to it. Obviously, I freaking had to. And I'm not going to know if I get it until Tuesday. So we have an interview on Wednesday, and you guys, I'll let you know if I got it or not, but that would be huge. Basically, I applied. You have to put out all the content within 48 hours. So it's like, it's just quick stuff. So I applied to do 3 vlogs and a dedicated podcast episode. So this benefits you guys too, okay? You'll be getting a whole episode on the experience.
Live from Chicago.
Andy's Chicago.
Flying in to produce.
Okay, I don't know about that part, but
yeah.
But yeah, and that would be big, obviously, you know. Andy said, what? Oh my gosh.
Chicago's nice this time of year.
Yeah, true. Wait, you guys should come to it. Wait, would you guys come to it if I got it?
We'll be your +1 dudes.
Well, Steph's already my +1. That's the only thing.
That's messed up. All right, I got to buy a doodle then.
I already invited her. Yeah, you got to buy a doodle. But you can RSVP and then we can all go. But yeah, put some good energy out there from you guys. Like, say your prayers. Like, just freaking.
I'll be shocked if they don't.
Put good energy that I get it.
I'll be shocked if they don't pick you. Why would
you be shocked?
Yeah,
I mean,
I will be. Do you know how many? As like a lot of people applied. Have you heard of other people applying?
I saw a couple people comment saying that they applied, but I don't like. It wasn't public. You can see everybody's application, which I first had thought you would be able to, but you couldn't. So I honestly like went hard with mine. Like I made a video.
You got this. You got
I literally made a whole freaking video. Like,
yes,
hello, I'm Jenny from the blockchain. You don't know me? Well, let me explain who I am. And I like did this whole thing. And then
you have to get this.
Did you tell them how you got your doodle? By
I said
Poopy.
I said November 12th, 2021. I acquired my doodle in a trade with Poopy, and ever since then it was, my face, the face of Jenny from the blockchain. So, but yeah, in a trade. So anyway, I was like stressing out this last week. Just
all the content you put out during VCon was so amazing. Like,
oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, you need to be at the camp premiere. Who do I need to talk to?
Need to be. I mean, the doodle's been her profile, but like it's gotta be. There's no way they can't pick you. There's no way.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm just so excited, like, for the opportunity and the fact that they are like that they even did that. Like that's just so cool. Like, I love that they're giving back to the holders and to holders that are content creators.
Totally.
It's often something that we just do because we're just really passionate about it, and so to be able to make some money, get a little bounty. I mean, come on. And of course, Andy and Michael will reap the benefits as well. Okay, don't worry, you guys.
Yeah, Andy and Michael can go through the whole Apecoin DAO route to get the shmoneys, as you said.
Yes.
We had Julian on not too long ago, Tiger. I don't know if you ever heard him, the CEO from Doodles.
Oh, that's really cool. I know you guys have like amazing guests on. Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you.
We have had some. Yeah, we've had some pretty good guests. I will say it's been a fun journey. Oh my god! And well, do we say that coming up? I guess. Well, we're gonna make a whole episode about our 2-year. But basically, it's August. August is our 2-year anniversary of the podcast. Yep. So,
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, 2 whole years, pretty crazy.
Pretty wild. Who would have thunk it? It's like 160 or so episodes now.
Wow. Yeah, we haven't even gotten tired of each
other.
Yeah. Yeah,
Andy, I don't know. He might have got tired of us, but we'll see.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Maybe
he's got to listen to us twice every episode. Andy listens to us live, and
I could not. I don't know if
he's amazing. I've said it before. I haven't said it in a while, but there is no NFT Catcher podcast without Andy for sure.
That's so true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No doubt.
All right. What other topics? What else we got?
What else is going on? We talked about Doodles. We talked about Luca. Our friend Chris Castanova got a new job at Adobe that they were very proud of. Yep.
That's amazing.
They're an AI creator. They've been create all kinds of tutorials and help people and bring people together and got this awesome job at Adobe. There's 2 new scams out there that I want people to watch out for. The OpenSea started the trading feature where people can offer you trades. You can offer people trades of any NFTs. There's people offering trades that look like a Bored Ape, look like a Doodle, but it's like from a fake collection. So be very, very careful. Don't just accept random trades. It's just like anything. We always talk about you're not just going to be clicking on links. You're not just going to be click. Be really specific about everything you look at, especially with that. No one's going to give you some amazing deal randomly because they like your, floor Nakamigos or whatever it is, like you're not getting a Bored Ape for that.
Did someone try to scam you with your Nakamigos, Michael?
No. I was just, as soon as I saw that feature they have, which is cool, it's just going to be ripe with people trying to scam you. Like when they can send you offers in money, and they're constantly sending offers in like weird cryptocurrencies, but like a high number. You're like, would you like 1,000 Shiba Inus? No, whatever.
It's like $1.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one is I'm on TikTok now. they're literally having like these like Twitter scams are on TikTok where it'll be like Bored Ape airdrop, come get it now, and comments are turned off, and like link in bio, and like literally straight scams coming across TikTok. So
yeah. I mean, that's weird. It's like, it sucks that the scams are spreading, but at the same time, strangely enough, it's like, oh, are we about to go mainstream?
Yeah, people.
Yeah, is this bullish?
I know.
Is this bullish?
Well, the first one I saw, I was like, oh, I forget what it was for, but it was like, oh, this is something I'd be interested in. Is something happening? Like, and then I was like, oh, 0 comments. I'm like, oh, this. As soon as I saw that, but there's scams coming there, so that's not good. And speaking of scams, Zach XBT smashed one of Jenny's favorite influencers, Timas.
Stop assigning favorites to random people, okay?
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, actually, I used to be really cool with Timas. Like, I used to be friends. I would say we used to be friends, but basically not since he launched his coin, which was literally 2 years ago. So I mean, that was a long time ago.
And then that account has turned into like, just like, hey, go mint like stupid donkeys and this and that. And
he just takes sponsorships from anything and anyone who will send him money. Doesn't matter if they're a scam or not, he will accept it. And that's what's so sad. And he also like pretends like he doesn't know that it's, he's like, well, how would I know that they're going to scam? And it's like, bro, really? Like, it's obvious. Like, it's like obvious, you know?
And Zach got him on that because there was a couple of them were from the same wallet, from the same people. So he's like, you know what's going on. Like, so he got him pretty good there. You know, Zach comes after you. That's not ideal situation.
Never a good sign.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. What else do we got going on? Our friend Whale Swoosh put out a super cool tweet. I should look at the date because it was a few days ago, but it was a time lapse of the market cap of all the NFT, like the top 20 NFT projects. You know, you see that sometimes it'll be like the #1 song in the country, and it'll like go through.
That was really cool.
It was really cool. It goes up and down. It was a really cool graphic. He puts out some awesome content all the time. So check him out. Check that out. Really good tweet I saw. And what else do we have going on? Alpha Centauri Kid has a 101 piece of art going on right now. Not a lot of art sells for this much. The auction ends tomorrow on Manifold. It's called Creation. It's a 10 ETH right now. You know, Alpha Centauri Kid, they're one of the most popular artists, especially for one-on-one art.
Amazing. Yeah.
I don't know about amazing. So I was looking at this new one. I don't know if I quite get it.
Well, I mean, part of it is it's like 44K resolution, meaning this thing's going to be massive. So the idea is kind of like, where is it going to be displayed and how is it going to be displayed? And I think that's what makes it kind of like interesting here. Like, that's a lot of data, you know, put into an NFT.
I can understand that. I hear that. When I looked at it, it actually did look like it was really intricate, and I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. Like, I was like, it's called the Creation, so I was kind of looking for an homage to like the original Creation image, and maybe it's in there a little bit. It's very abstract for sure. But someone's willing to spend 20K right now. It'll probably go up way more tomorrow. I like watching those auctions as they come to an end.
Interesting. You'll have to update us on what it ends on.
I will. That's tomorrow afternoon, I think.
Oh, much better.
The MetaMask dev team tweeted that the next 1 billion Web3 users will not secure their assets with 12 words.
Wait, the MetaMask dev team said that?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Why?
I don't know why they said it, but they tweeted it and a bunch of people shared it. So
what does that mean? Is that notable?
It just means like whatever they're creating is
exactly.
When you sign up for MetaMask in the future, it's not going to be a seed phrase. That's kind of messy. That whole seed phrase thing.
Maybe they'll try to scan our eyeball like WorldCoin.
Oh
Probably.
No!
Yeah.
Oh hell no! Yeah, I saw that. I saw a video. Wait, Tiger, do you know more about that? Because I just saw briefly a video of like people standing in a long line to get their eyeball scanned so they can
for like $5 in cryptocurrency.
Acquire some random shitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, I have my thoughts on this, but I don't think it's the right. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I think it's very close to maybe like a very systemized currency where it's not about freedom of transaction. It could possibly be more so for the opposite, to control your transactions. And maybe that's being a little conspiracy theorist. But
ooh, no, I like that. That's a good take. That's a good take.
Yeah, I know that's where it's going to go. They want to figure out a way to control it and not let it be a free for all where people can just send money wherever they want. Governments don't want that.
Oh man. That's so scary. They'll like scan your eyeballs. And even, oh my God, I don't know if you guys have been, not all the airports have this, but which ones? I went to a couple airports recently and they had, now like the person will like check your ID and they'll like input it into this thing and then, okay, they give it back.
Yeah, it makes sure it's you now. Yep.
Now it like scans your face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like, do I want my face cam? Like, I don't know if I like want this. Like, did I opt out? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it is kind of weird. And even in, I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod, but in Alberta, Canada, I said I went to Alberta for my birthday. And at the club, when you go to the club, like, they like take your picture. Like, they verify it's you. Like, they don't just look at your ID. The bouncer doesn't just look at your ID. He has this whole like system thing, and like they take your picture and make sure that it's actually you, and like it's weird. It's really weird. And I was like, oh, is this a Canada thing? They're like, no, it's just an Alberta thing or Calgary thing, whatever. But
those Canadians.
I guess that's the one thing I don't like.
Let us all remember that Apple has our entire face mapped from every direction possible.
I know, that's true. Like the freaking
let's start this. There's not really much we can do at this point. The largest company in the world has our face mapped.
Don't remind me. Just depresses me. It makes me want to go off the grid. I know, it makes you realize how connected you are. Like, oh my God, it's just so crazy how connected. It's great. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. I love the internet. I love creating on the internet. I love how much access to information you have, like the ability to connect with other people. But, you know, it's like there's always the other side of the coin. There's always, it's just.
Wait till everybody's browser history starts getting released.
One thing I was reading, so I'm reading, I'm still reading this.
She don't want her browser history.
No, but do you know when you delete stuff? So I'm reading Edward Snowden, Permanent Records still. It's a freaking big book. And do you know that when you delete something on your computer, it doesn't actually delete? Like, it's pretty, like, it on like the surface level, like it basically hides it. But people that know how to find stuff, like, can find your deleted things. Like, nothing is ever like completely deleted or erased. Like, it's like,
what if you format your hard drive?
Huh?
If you format your hard drive, that's like resetting it completely. I don't know. That's
probably not. Okay. Honestly, probably not. Like, because he was saying like, oh, there is a way to, like, he was saying there's ways to do things, but he's like saying it's so complicated and only like computer nerds know how to do that kind of stuff, you know? It's like, damn.
You need to build your own server out of wires and metal straps.
Exactly.
Is he still over in Russia? Is he stuck over in Russia still?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
I think he is.
Is he really? Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not back. He can't come back to the U.S. Like, obviously.
I mean, there's one of the next like presidential nominees, RFK. He's mentioned that he'd bring back Snowden and Julian Assange, like give them amnesty. Is that the right word? Yeah.
He would give him a pardon.
A pardon, yeah. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go down the political route, though, guys. Let's bring it back to the fun shit.
Yeah. Okay. What other topics? What else NFT related do we have?
Do you guys know Thread Guy's first name? I heard it in the space for the first time ever. You do, yeah.
I saw you wrote that down. I'm like, is that not news? I feel like I've known his first name for a while.
It was news to me, but like he was being interviewed, talking about like himself and his journey and the Thread Guy persona, and it was said, and he said it, and someone else said it. So I was like, I guess it's out there.
Thread Guy's real name
it's a good name.
Drum
I think
roll,
I got
please.
It right. Michael. Right? Yeah.
It's like
I got it right.
I feel like I know his last name too. Isn't his full name like Michael Jerome?
Oh, I don't know.
or whatever.
Yeah, like
now,
like a
now that you're
Michael.
doxing, now it's just messed up, Jenny. Now you're
No,
doxing.
like that's like public information.
It probably is. It probably is.
I swear, like that's. Anyway, yeah, Michael. I've known his name is Michael, but it's one of those things where, like, my friend Newbie or Tiger, you know Newbie, her real name is Jalen. I feel like I've never called her Jalen. Like, it's so hard to think of her as Jalen. I'm like Newbie, like, even though that's so, it's like Newbie. What kind of name is that? Like, I can't think of her as Jalen.
Same thing with Swicky. I honestly won't know her real name.
I do, but she doesn't like to be called it in Web3, so I just like force myself to forget it. I'm like, okay, Swicky, like, yeah, Swicky. I only say, real name doesn't even make sense. It's weird.
It doesn't even anymore.
Tiger, I don't even know your real name. What's your real name? Wait a minute.
I'm doxing my real name out here today.
Okay, so you're not doxed. Your real name.
I am. Like, I mean, there have been spaces where my actual name came out, but it's just I just prefer not to.
Okay, Michael, what about you? What's your? No,
I'm
but
okay to be doxed.
Wait, Michael, is it sad that I just got that you and Thread Guy have the same first name? Like, I just like thought about why that was so important to you. Because you guys have the same name.
I was like, nice. I know I like that guy.
Yeah.
And one of the best friends of the podcast, Mumbot, whose name is Jade, and I also have I don't call her Jade, I always call her Mumbot.
Yeah.
She is NFT Now's Artist of the Week. I got the newsletter this morning. I always get their newsletter, always peruse through it, and they picked her as Artist of the Week, which I thought was really cool, very well deserving.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah, I saw the video.
So cute. So cute.
And you liked one. She did a couple. She's been putting a lot of art on Twitter recently. Jenny liked one the other day. It's so cool.
I've been liking her stuff.
Good
I love
characters.
My sister, I'll see, she'll tag me in it. Like,
oh yeah,
I love her work.
Wow.
So cute. It has like the cute element. It's like, I don't know. I have in my my other room, I have it on my wall, like a print of her work. But yeah,
she like names that her character is really cute too. Like she has that like one ghost character, and it's like a ghostess. How adorable!
Yeah.
So cute.
That was my list. We had a long list, but we bagged through it. Are there anything happen in the space you guys want to bring up? What do you think, Tiger? What's happening that is important for people to know about?
So as an Ape holder, Ape Fest tickets went on sale technically last Thursday. There was a little bit of a hiccup with the distribution, so they will be opening that up again this week so people can claim the tickets, which is big for apes. Like, come on, we're all trying to go to Hong Kong, right?
I would love to go to Hong Kong. It's not on the card for me this time, but very jealous. That's going to be amazing down there.
Yeah,
that's going to be amazing. But fuck it, Saturday. I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that? What can you tell us about that? Anything?
I don't really know too much about that. It's going to be the Miami party, right? Like I don't know
I
too much about that.
I live down here, so I'm ready to roll.
Ooh. Oh, if I make it down, I'm definitely going to hit you up.
100%.
Oh, but I don't even know what day it is. But a few days ago, out in LA, they did that other side kind of premiere, a private premiere, which looked really cool. And then Swicky hosted that bomb party with that was just amazing. Like LA has it made. Like there's so many cool people doing cool things out there.
Yeah, Swicky is like always freaking throwing parties. I tried to call her to help me with I was like, oh, can you just look over my proposal before I send it? She's like, I'm at an event right now. Call me tomorrow morning. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You have a life. You're busy. Yes. But yeah, I saw that. And New put out a whole little vlog of it in a way. And it was cool because there was a lot of, I guess, Bored Ape alcohol. Like, I love seeing people using their IP. And it seems like there was a lot of, and then the Boring Stone, right? Is that what it's called? Like the dispensary.
Bored Stone, yeah.
Or Bored Stone, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of apes using their IP. And it seemed like they all kind of brought swag to kind of hand out at that. So that was cool to see.
That's pretty cool. That's going to keep growing and growing. It's such a good logo for a lot of different people to use for pretty much any kind of business. And especially with the Made by Ape, people are going to maybe get a little bit more exposure. More people will be doing it. It's still only, it feels like a million years, but it's only 2 years and a couple months. You know? It feels like They should have already had all these businesses, you know what I mean? But it really has only been.
Yeah, all good things take time.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Cool Cats and Reddit. Oh my God, Andy has a topic for us. What?
Oh, the South Park one. Yes, I got to. Yeah, no, Cool Cats and Reddit. So Reddit was doing those avatars, and they're doing Cool Cats based one. I'm not sure if it went on sale yet, or if it's going on sale soon. Pretty neat.
The Cool
collab.
Cats, sold out. Yeah, I saw that they're already out. And how much was it, Andy? Do you know? I feel like now we're going to Andy for the information. I swear it was under 100.
You can hop in if you want, Andy. Feel free to hop in. Andy. He knows more than us. He's like that.
Mute.
Yep. I think the Reddit avatars are pretty cheap. Saw V-Friends and Squishmallows are doing a collab. Squishmallows very popular. When Andy sent us a picture of his daughter wearing the Pudgy hat, she had a bunch of them in her background, and I was like, my daughters have the same exact plushies. So that's pretty cool that V-Friends is doing a collab with them.
So I don't know exactly how much the initial price was, but you can buy on the secondary. The floor is, so there's 3,022 items, looks like, and the floor is $16.0086. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're relatively, they're very affordable for.
If you're on Reddit and you want to represent, it's not a bad idea.
That's cool.
It's not gonna 1000x for you, but
right. But it's just a cool.
No doubt.
I just want to be a part of it.
No doubt. And Andy reminded me of one more thing is on my list. This is so cool. This is in the AI realm, but the Twitter handle is Fable Simulation. It's called The Simulation, and they created this. I don't know if you call it a program or an app where you can't do it. This is their in-house thing. They're not going to put it out, but they did it for South Park, and they created every character and all these situations, and you can basically you can type an idea for a South Park episode, and AI will create the episode with all the characters, all the voices. It is crazy. If you go to their pinned tweet, Fable Simulation, Fable Simulation, it is so cool what they've done. They said they're not going to put it out for the public to use. It's not their IP, but like they show what they do. It's incredible. They're going to be able to do it for all different things. What this is going to be for content creation, like we've talked about it, Jenny, a lot before, what the future is going to look like. And then it just starts to come. And it's coming so fast. And I think it's part of the reason why the SAG and all those people in Hollywood are on strike right now, because they're worried they need a new contract before like computers are taking their jobs. It's going to be weird. Like, even if a computer creates this amazing TV show, isn't there something about it that like a human created it? Like human came up with the idea for it. It's going to be a weird dynamic into the future when computers are creating all of our content and there's no more like art, like human. They'll still be hard because it'll be like, they'll get so good. They'll be better than the humans, but it's not going to be human. That makes sense.
I mean, that was really interesting because I saw that on the list of topics you had recommended, and I read, I kind of scanned through that GitHub article that they put together, and it's fascinating. Like, they're pretty much, I guess pretty much like uploaded, I think these are like 40 something different characters from South Park, and put a bunch of other backgrounds.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, I think it was like 1,200, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it? Okay.
I don't know. You can keep talking. You're probably right. I'm going to go look back at what I saw. But yeah, you read a lot of that. I want to hear.
And you use like a ChatGPT, so which is like a language model, and you type in these prompts, and then they'll create an episode for you. But as you were mentioning, like right now, you still need that human engineer behind it, creating those prompts, creating that emotion and the character in the background, which I think is a skill in itself. And it does really change the way people will write. But maybe I don't know. I'm just like kind of just ranting right now. But maybe it gives humans the opportunity to maybe be more human, like really focus on the emotions and the reactions, and let the AI models do the rest of like the creation of like the scenes or like the visuals or whatnot. Being optimistic,
I like that. I could see that. It's gonna get weird when that stuff gets really good. Like, it's gonna get weird. I mean, I even say like even every commercial you get is gonna be tailor designed to you. If you like wearing red clothes, or you like the Eagles, or a certain sports team, like that's what the people in the commercials will be wearing, like.
Okay, but how about like documentaries and stuff? Like, and then what about like, all the research studies and, how about the participants?
Here's the answer to the documentary. Hi, ChatGPT. Please scour the internet for all the footage you can find on the Vietnam War and put together an 1.5-hour documentary. Focus on blah, blah, blah. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Here's your documentary. Make a narrator that sounds like Morgan Freeman. Have it be,
Yeah. But what about like conducting studies like on, like what about when they like conduct studies and stuff? Like how would they use AI for that?
Well, AI for parsing the data, absolutely. And finding they're talking about, so like you put the medical records of everybody in the world into this amazing AI system, and you might be able to figure out who's going to get cancer when, because you have so much data. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
What is that what you were kind of asking?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say AI is going to be able to do everything, but just like, it just seems like it's moving so quick and these people are so smart and nothing's going to stop it,
Yeah, that is very interesting, the whole South Park thing that you can like create. I mean, obviously you can't just create an episode, but
another part of that South Park thing, which was really interesting, was they also got the top rated or the most viewed episodes and included that into the storyboard. So they're like, what are some of the elements, or which episodes get the most viewership? So they use that data to create like the best possible episode they can, which is really interesting too.
Smart, yeah.
I would love to play with that.
There. I would love to be able to play with that. That would be so fun.
Yeah, I've been using Chat GPT a little bit more. And then like,
do you pay for the upgrade?
No, I have the free well, what's the benefit of the upgrade that the free doesn't have?
The plugins, the web browsing, which is actually turned off at the moment. And it's just smarter, but it's probably, it doesn't matter too much unless you're like coding really intricate things, or like if you're just doing normal stuff, writing emails, writing stories, whatever. Like
I used to tell me write my proposal. Because I wrote it down and I was like, I need this to sound a little bit better. But then it made it sound a little too smart. And I was like,
then you have to tell
smart.
it. You tell it.
I know. I was like, can you do it again with less fluff? And then it did. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, and then it's like, if you don't like this output, regenerate a new one. And it was just boom, like another output. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, it was actually really cool. Yeah, it is fun.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Andy, for reminding us about that. Was a good one to talk about. I'm glad you checked that out, Tiger, and saw it was really interesting. That's like, I mean, it's just mind blowing when I saw that and what it can do and what they're working on. Love all this stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I think, do we have anything else we want to kind of talk about, or
we end our weekly update episodes with the top 10 NFT collection rankings by sales volume over the last 7 days. Number 1 right now is D-Market on the Mythos blockchain, which keeps coming up. And I actually looked into it a little bit this week. It is an in-game asset trading blockchain. So it's a blockchain designed for in-game assets to be traded easily. They do a lot of volume. I mean, they did $5 million in volume over the last 7 days. There's 21,000 buyers, 500,000 transactions. I'm going to look into it more and more, but it's for gaming. And
I'm glad you looked into that. That's good to know.
If I kept coming up and I'm like, I don't know. At least look at it. Yeah, I followed them on Twitter and like went to the website, read about it.
Thanks.
So number 2 is Bored Apes. They did 5 million also. Only 114 transactions, so very little volume, but it adds up quick. Gods Unchained is number 3, still crushing it on Immutable X. Sotheby's Generative Art is number 4. I haven't seen that. I do not know what that is. I have to look it up. Maybe they have a collection. I don't know what they have on there. Sotheby's Generative Art. I should have done a little more research coming into this one. So Rare, number 5. Mutant 8 Yacht Club, number 6. Azuki, number 7, still falling down to, it was like 5 ETH or something.
Is it really at 5?
Is it that far? Let's see. Let me see where it is right at this moment.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's in the 5s. Let's see. Azuki 5.09. About to go under 5.
Wow. I thought it would actually bounce back. Not gonna lie. I guess
it's down 36% in the last 30 days.
6%. Jeez.
Yeah, man. So we just did Azuki's number 7, D-Gods number 8, CryptoPunks number 9. CryptoPunks still holding strong. They're at like 48 each floor when Bored Apes is like 29. And Art Blocks is number 10. They must have had some drop this week or something, or some movement on something.
Oh, you know what? I know that Snowfro for the Chromie Squiggle, so the public mint has already done, right? But periodically he'll mint, a batch of like
50 or
50 or so, and like give them out to the community. So like he did 25 to like people that the team like hand selected, like I guess prominent
that's really
members
nice.
of the community.
Like that.
And then 25 kind of like randomly, more of a raffle to the community type of thing. So I think a lot of sales came through like the people that got that, probably a lot of them listed and
they
stuff,
flip it out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because like the floor is like 11 ETH, so
it's like 10 ETH or whatever. Yeah, totally. Yeah, people, that's 20 grand. People are like, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, so you did 50 of them times 20 grand. That's wild. It's $1 million.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. So there we go.
Yep, pretty wild. That's the top 10. Number 11 is Play NFT on the BNB blockchain. I don't know what that is either. I just happened to notice it. But notably, Ordinals and BRC20s have dropped out of the top 10.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Bitcoin is actually the 7th blockchain by sales volume this week. Very low. Lower than Polygon, lower than Mutable X, lower than Mythos, lower than Solana. Ethereum still crash. Ethereum 70 million. Solana's number 2 at 6.5.
Solana's number 2?
Yeah.
What's happening on Solana?
Man, not much.
Yeah, didn't D-Gods move off of Solana?
Yeah,
they moved to Polygon, right?
Yeah,
they got paid to move to Polygon.
D-Gods moved to ETH and Utes moved to Polygon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I always get them mixed up. Honestly, kind of silence coming from like what's happening over there. D-Gods,
a little
Utes,
bit. A little bit. Yeah, Frank put out a pretty interesting tweet. I forget. I can't quote exactly what it said, but it was kind of like you're building for the I don't.
It was like NFT collectors don't know what they want, and then people were like,
pretty much.
Founders don't know what they're building. Like people got mad about that.
It was that tweet.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. He said, I don't know. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve coming. He seems like a smart kid.
Yeah.
But
maybe
it was just another. Yeah. Go ahead.
They built, I guess their dev team built like a proof of work site where they kind of every single day they kind of like documented, what they did. And I think it was a way to kind of hold themselves accountable, but also like they wanted to kind of build in public and kind of show the community that, here's what they're doing. And, but they stopped that, I believe I want to say in November, they stopped, but they did it for like a freaking like whole year or something. Like they were just, but now they're like, oh, we don't need to prove anything to anyone. Like, and so, but yeah, I thought that was a cool
now
thing.
that we're all multimillionaires, we don't need to prove anything to anyone.
Yeah.
Cool. This is a lot of fun. What else? We have anything else? Tiger, it's so much fun chatting up with you. It was nice of you to go over the topics and contribute so much. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the Apecoin DAO and what you guys are doing, and that's my future. So I appreciate that.
Laid out the path for you.
That was so nice of you to say that I'm a shoo-in because you're gonna be able to usher me the votes. I mean, it's really nice.
Off the record, guys. Off the record.
And by the way, I actually forgot to mention, I do want to shout out All City, who you won the election with. That was awesome. I paid close attention. That was really cool, really good running. He was a friend of mine from the old Clubhouse days. He's an OG, been around forever. Really good dude. So I don't know if you get to work with him closely, but you could say Michael Keene said what's up.
Yeah. I will. Oh, that's really cool.
Tell him I said what's up. Yeah, for sure.
We talk to each other every day. Like,
no doubt.
That's my team right there. Yeah.
Tell him I said what's up, and I was really proud of him, and watching that all go down, I was rooting for him. So, and then I learned about you, and Jenny said she got you on, so I was like, oh, that was awesome. It was good stuff. It was really nice chatting with you.
This is amazing, guys. You guys are doing such a fun, great show. I feel very honored to be here. So appreciate you reaching out, Jenny. I hope we can do it again soon.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Tiger, for joining us. And shout out to everybody tuning in. And we will catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.